Hi, you guys. It's story time. Several years ago, I started seeing a client, and this person just really struggled with motivation, depression, all kinds of things. I'm sure some of you listening to this can completely relate to that. And when we got into it, what it turned out is that there were no obligations pressing down on this person. So there was no real reason to get up in the morning because they could homeschool. And there was no job to go to. There was no reason to work out because there were no sports practices or anything. And now that we're in the midst of COVID and school's online and basically wrapping up, a lot of you can't go to work if you have jobs and you're not having sports practices yet. Maybe that'll be coming back soon. I noticed the number of calls we've been getting related to kids feeling depressed and unmotivated has skyrocketed. And while I am 100% against overscheduling kids, people in general do not do well without any sense of obligation. In our school districts around here, your grades couldn't even go down after quarantine. They could only go up. So if you had good grades to begin with, your motivation to do schoolwork just didn't even exist. So what do? Well, we have to make sure that there's actual obligations in the life of your kids. In teenagers, if this is you listening, you have to make sure there's real obligations. There have to be actual things scheduled for you to get done at a certain time. And when you have a few of those every day, for some reason or another, it just wakes us up and we feel good, like we've accomplished things, and then we have the motivation to do some of the other stuff on the side. It could be something as simple as you agree to meet a friend at the beach at this time, or you have an online tutoring session scheduled at that time, or it has to be something real, something you actually can't miss and have to go do. As long as you have a few of those things in there, I think you're going to feel a little better. Now, if you do all that and you're starting not to feel better, we may be looking at a real depression that might have even existed without this whole coronavirus quarantine. And if you can't start to feel any improvement in your mood, even with some obligations, then it's probably time to call us and we'll start working on some professional some professional techniques to help with depressed mood and lack of motivation. But until then, gosh, I hope you're healthy, well, and find a little bit of stuff you have to do. Bye.